everybody, One of Weezem here. It's just right before midnight, and daily challenge is to get 8 kills in roadside. But we changed this over. I guess we can still use left control, but we added mouse button 4 there, which I thought was pretty nice. I'm looking for, where is it? Okay, so I guess the interact, same as harvest. What I was thinking is it would kind of be interesting if when you played, you know, like we can run up and then you honk the horn, right, on the tractor by pressing E. I was thinking it'd kind of be cool, like if doors, or in particularly, I don't know why, when I was showering I was thinking of the jail cell. Probably because it's a confined space, who knows. But I was sort of thinking like, hey, you know, if we came in and were able to open and close doors, or open and close check crates for items or moonshine, or, you know, rummage through a hay bale or something. Just little thoughts like that. But looks like we got one room there. So we'll create our own. I don't know what they would be doing. So we're gonna go roadside only, which fittingly that's where we found our cool jump last night. But we'll go lucky 13, max that out, team deathmatch. Let's go. Alright. Might not play a whole lot tonight, so kinda want to go and yeah, you got a hit on that. That didn't hit him. Oh boy, he was a madman coming out of there. Alright. I was thinking about playing Verdant skills again tonight, but here's, like, see, I'm hitting E, right? I was kind of, you know, little things, like, I mean, has anyone ever tried to open the car door? You know, by running around and pressing the interaction button? I don't think they have pop the hood for additional cover. You know, check under the cone. Is the truck unlocked? These are things, I mean, you would think like, okay, hey, you're an idiot. No one's ever gonna do that. How many times have I done things in this game that people didn't know you could do? And they were sitting there saying, okay, this guy's absolutely lost his mind. Like, imagine if you could shut these doors, right? Just troll people type of a thing. Should I check every car? I think we will. Okay. We'll probably get gunned down at some point, but hey. Alright, so like, imagine, if you will, just like being able to shut that. Alright? Or position this in accordance with this being angled. That would probably make that jump possible. Empty oil out of the barrels, make the cars pile up. I don't know. There's all kinds of things. I don't think we've checked this one yet. Isn't there a third truck? I mean like a little truck. I mean like the big 18-wheeler. I don't think we checked this one. Okay, the gas pumps. We need to check the gas pumps, right? Like, I mean, why go to all this trouble? 1988, 750, 266. I wonder if that's some sort of a cryptic message. Right? Do they all say that? I don't know if we can see. Oh, they do. What would that be, I wonder? Yes. Same thing. Okay, danger zone. Danger. Alright, let's hop up. Or even like turning on a fan in the hotel room, you know, or interacting with that and it just spits out some code like, you're an idiot. You know, like, you can hit the button and it's like, idiot displays, right? Something. We're currently up to, we have a grand total of 1 kill on our team. I'm kind of wanting to see if I can shut the trash can lid. And, there's people there. Almost landed it. Okay, it doesn't do anything. The mattress, no. Like, see, imagine if you could, like, you open that and there's just like a piece of paper that's like, congratulations. Now please, play the game. Alright? You never know. You never know. It is time now. I'm sure the moment many of you have been waiting for. Can you interact?
That's better.
Oh, I had taken. That's right. I forgot we didn't heal up all the way because we fell down to 30. These aren't crates, they're just like stacks of lumber, I guess, for the renovation. No interaction there. No interaction here. You like rumming. You know, have I ever tried to plant anything here? I'm out of ammunition. Let's let those guys dissipate. Take this. I think we've attempted to interact with everything we could potentially interact with. Seriously. We got that far in our quest to interact. And we're gunned down. We're still winning though, so suck on that. Shouldn't have grabbed this. A shotgun would have been better to test out what I needed to. Okay. What is up with that dude? E66. 1988 could easily be a year, right? 750. No, that would be July and a half, July 5th. I don't know. Let's go. So many people. Okay, buddy. But did you hear when I died? I told you these nest hats. I have a penchant for making noise. So we're still winning. It's fine. Team is holding its own. Okay, lovely. There we go. It does. It does grow. Ha ha ha. It's like it's its own. Does it grow faster now? Becomes the question, right? It's like its own fertilizer bin. We'll just assume they either brought in the topsoil. Take him out. Come on, Sandals. That's the guy that attacked us. Look at the majestic shadow. They either brought in topsoil, right, or it was just like super dusty and overgrown in the Beats Motel, and they've cleaned out the debris and it's taken off inside. We got 4 shots, so let's do this. It'll be shadow, it'll be sun. This is garbage. So I realize it's going to be skewed towards that one growing first. You know, it's too hard to tell. I think this is growing faster. These two look to grow faster. That one is in the shade. And it is dwarfed. I think, isn't that one of the screens that comes up? I think it is. That one's definitely not going to win any prizes. I almost feel like this is going to stop growing before that one. Be a nice little touch. Both still growing. Can't let it skew it because it's taller, because it's higher. Oh, this is exciting. Riveting. Ugh. That was too close to call, man. I really don't know. Now the question is, would they wither away here? Kill bots are not going to come up here, I don't think, and harvest these. So this is almost like a container garden, truth be told. You know what I'm saying? Let's screenshot that. I thought it would look better. Maybe it does on this side. No, it's skewed a little too. They're very similar structures. When you're standing in the trash can, it looks like it's hill 1, hill 2, hill 3. But I guess there's like a bigger valley between hills 2 and 3. You go away. I have things to do. Come on, people. Do you not have anything better to do with your lives? Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, he's killed us before too. Okay, they're ruining the science, man. Do you not care? Alright. Beautiful. Did I harvest one out of here? I had to. Okay. No, they do grow. I mean, shrink. Oh, these jerks. You ruined everything. You're all guilty. It was a perfect science experiment. They'll probably spawn behind me. Okay, so we spawned here now. Let's try this again. We've got a 10 kill lead. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Stay away. Okay. Kinda like that. Just gotta let them grow. And they apparently wither fairly quickly, I would say. We weren't gone that long. Now 6 and 3 is not good. Shout out to Sparky and Max. They're the real MVPs here. Okay. Stay away, Gramito. Got stuff to do, man. Okay. It's looking pretty legit. My container garden is coming along quite nicely. This will be the screenshot of the night. I've got a streak going of sending weird random crud to Quasi 2 to 4 in the morning. And I think this will be a good one. Okay, they're all fully grown. Beautiful. Let's try to get a... It's not really a good angle. Please no one gun me down. It's so majestic. F1. Beautiful. Okay. Should've, I guess, put them in here in retrospect. You know what? I'm gonna do a full house on this one. Not so fast. I'll take that. Oh, I can't harvest. Guy, you gotta stop this nonsense, bro. Okay. Oh, that's coming along really well. I like that. It's a good look. Pretty good look. So we'll reposition the mouse. Shaboom. Lovely. Yeah, I think 5 might be the magic number. It fills that valley a little bit better. Stay away, red team. Still winning by a decent margin. Oh yeah, look at that backdrop. The cornfield, it's perfect. If that's not what these were placed here for, I don't know what they're for. That's awesome. That's a really good look. Okay, they wither very fast though. So gonna plant some seeds here, get that stat pack, and that's kind of a good spot for them. Actually, we've spawned there, and so have the enemies. But with that said, let's grab some healing and go kill some people. Because we're only up 6 right now. I think my team could pull it off. Oh, the pistol patch. I don't know which bot did it. Probably that guy. It's a tradition now. I think the bots are even in on it. You just have to, if you play roadside, you got to put a pistol patch down, man. It's pretty much one of the unwritten rules of the game at this point. Who likes your hat? How did he hit us? Please, wall. Okay. I'll take that. Finally. Jeez. All that work. These two guys. Peaceful fight, bro. What? Who did that? Tiger, he's the bombkin guy. What did he even kill me with? Pistol? Really? Unheard of. Oh, buddy. Oh, it's you again. It's interesting shading when you go low. Oh, totally meant to jump. It's fine. Sniper? So am I. I thought there was a... Okay, there's a hole. I was like, when did that change? I don't know. Bad day to have spawned right there. It's a nice song. That's it. Hey, buddy.
Minute left to go.
Come on.
Double kill.
Nice. Save my teammate's life. That's what I do. So we built up a decent lead here. We know you cannot open doors now. Sadly. Try to run out of the traffic, buddy. That hit us? I guess it did. I was thinking that was a cool round of hitting the sign. It did both.
You only got 30 seconds left.
Alright. 30 seconds, huh? Let's see what we can do.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Oh, robbed. Kill streak over. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. That's not bad. We spent the first 5 minutes literally checking every single door on this map to make sure that we couldn't open it. And then we did a container garden. So, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. Looks like Sassy is here. Welcome to the never-ending science experiment that is Shotgun Farmers. If you missed it, which you probably did, or you would have been like, oh, that's really stupid. I literally went to every car on the map and checked the doors, and then I found container garden locations, which you didn't know or you didn't care. You can actually plant stuff in those trash cans. I think at the same rate, possibly like a tick faster. I'll just assume the same rate. Daily challenge was to get 8 kills on the roadside, so here we are. Guy, what is he up to? What? Strange. Okay, I didn't press E back here. I'm trying to open boxes, you know, car doors, the gas pumps, you know, all kinds of stuff. Redhead. Can you harvest that? Nope. Okay. I wondered, I thought it, from the distance I was at, it looked like it was closer. Can't deflate tires either. Sadly. Yeah, and you would be proud, I don't know if you were here yet, but it was not me. I was literally making container gardens for 10 minutes. But, some of these bots made a pistol patch in the same location. It's like it's in their AI now. It was just, I came back from my container garden, and it was just Pistolville. Right there. Not by the sign where people pick them up, but right there. Very cool, I thought. Oh, they got a witch. Oh, there's a tough one. Beautiful. Played that flawless. Play that one flawless. I'm gonna get gunned down from behind that. Yeah, called it. Prophetic kill, sadly. I take a lot of screenshots of my container gardens. I'll post them to Twitter later. I love killing stuff. It's just too great. Let's see. Harsh my vibe. Okay. It looks best in my opinion with 5. There's actually a bit more of a valley here. We'll do 4 in this one. But it looks like there's 3 kind of even hills, but it's actually a deeper valley on this side. Not that it matters, but if it did. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. He's fine. You can get one more of those. You know what? Let me do an all-out one here. This one. Kind of stagger them even. They do seem to go down very quickly, though. So it should be, as long as we don't get gunned down, it's going to look pretty good. Alright. Yeah, you get a feel for it. That's actually, you know what, if I could get this angle and get the hotel out. I kind of wish there was a way to not hold a weapon, you know, for my kind of like stylistic screenshots. I'll see they're withering as those are growing. It's the cycle of life, you know. But gives you an idea. Oh, it's the witch man. Got him again. Sweet. Let's try out our little real-world sniping session. Oh, please. Okay. 3 tries. I've got 3 tries. We'll see. Nailed it. Oh, how did we miss that? Sweet. Sometimes it takes 2 shots to get a sea bass. The good thing is that's a spawn area, and that's a spawn area, so you can kind of command a lot of respect up here, at least for 4 shots, you know. Oh, it was one of those hits that doesn't kill. I hate those. Let's see here. Just catching up on what I missed of your stream yesterday, and I missed the start of today's one. No worries. It is what it is. They're still there. All conveniently highlighted and archived. We're up 9. That's pretty good for just there. Sparky pie. Boom. And we're out of rifle, sadly. try this real world scenario. Team needs a sniper and we blew it. But we got our healing, so that's good. We didn't need it, but we'll pretend we did. You remember that right before we went out there. And we failed. The healing wasn't back. We're still low. Time is running out. Gotta clutch it, and hey. What? Is he not? Didn't acknowledge me. We only have one shot left, and of course we make it then. Where's he gonna respawn? Right there. Oh, that was a witch. Okay. I don't think you can shoot through that, but we didn't have to. What I was trying to do also, if you could press E and interact with the doors, open and close them, position them differently, I swear if I could turn this one in to about right there and push this one out to roughly where it would come, I think that's a makeable jump at that point. So it's kind of what I was looking for. I also thought you might be able to go in the cars, and sadly that is not the case. But it's what it is. Well, a beautiful tornado awaits me. The witch tried to flank. Alright. I pressed E, man. Okay, we got it. Sniper rifles, we're gonna put those there. Alright, we can rain down terrible tomatoes. See you. Oh, nice. Strafe. Baited him. That used to be a bigger deal. If you ever were sucking, you could just kind of stand still and the bots would stand still to hit you. Not as big of a deal anymore. Or at least it worked for me. I did notice after last night, though, when I checked the stats, I was like, oh, Sassy can see my new hat. And then I realized that you had the hat already because you were at a higher level. So I was like, oh, well, that's not as cool anymore. I assume you'd still be wearing your custom hat, though. Flav, he lasted a lot longer than he typically does. What is your path in life? Whoa. That's intense. It's behind the witch, of course. Who else would it be? What?
Double kill.
No one can't save you from that. Oh, he was in the air, right as I shot. That didn't kill him. I don't even know. We lost sight of the guy. I guess we got in the system. Let me see here. Trying to read chat here real quick. Hopefully no one. Somebody will probably spawn, let's be honest. Yep. But he didn't see us. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You would need to ask about that. You might like to change it from time to time, even if it's just for like a match or two. You did that. But yeah, the YouTube is a terrible. Ever since Susan took over, it's gone downhill basically. And people always talk about, well, didn't it used to be like this? You could put an exact date on it, and it's February of 2014 when she assumed the position of CEO. I'm sure she's a nice lady. She's supposed to be in marketing or something, but she'd never made a YouTube video before. And I think she was kind of just someone that they knew type of a deal. Not probably the best qualified person for the job. And, you know, it's like if there's someone that you know, ooh, stutter steps. It's kind of like a, you know, if there's somebody that didn't like cars, right?
That's better.
And they were at your company in marketing, and it's like, hey, the CEO left, and we could hire somebody that understands the stores and has a passion for cars. Or you can do it. You're in marketing, you know. It's like, oh hi, I drive a '98 Camry. And, I don't care anything about a car aside from it getting me from point A to point B. That's probably not the face you would want for your company, right? She might be really, really solid in marketing, whiz with computer graphics and design campaigns and have connections at a bunch of magazines or something that serves you well, but not really the best person for the job, right? You could even find someone else in the company that would have been better. But she is someone that pushes, and this is typical of the platform in general. They tend to have gotten, kind of like Saturday Night Live. They push their, what should be personal political opinions. And it's not very hard to figure out what the platform's views on things are. What are you doing, Shaboom? And late April was the target they had for their big change on firearm policy, right? I have noticed there was always like the same number of people basically that'll watch Skylander videos, and the same number of people that would watch my Minecraft videos, and we had the same number of people that would watch Shotgun Farmers. And since Shotgun Farmers is kind of like a new and upcoming indie game, right? It would pick up. It was one of those things that would actually grow, not decrease, like say a Skylander series. Because people are like, oh, the series is over. They're never gonna make another one. I'm done selling everything off. With this, you kind of have people that they don't know the game exists, right? And they stumble upon it. They're like, oh man, this is great, and they become fans of the game. And they will watch videos, and they'll, pick up the game and go play it and watch people stream it and all that good stuff. Since they've implemented this, since we hit late April basically, which was their vague, they never gave a definitive date that I'm aware of, but when we hit that time frame, I've noticed that the views have gone down. Like even the people that would watch no longer do. Or it's one of those things where they haven't yet type of a thing. And we're not talking like astronomical numbers on the channel because it died in 2014 because I never took a multi-channel network deal like they wanted me to, which is another huge problem on YouTube. But it's one of those things where they kind of control it. They'll blame the algorithm, but the truth of the matter is
only a minute left.
They control the algorithm, right? If I'm a CNC machinist and I'm supposed to make shafts that have a 250 diameter, whittle it down to 3-inch stock, right? And if I come in and I whittle it down to 199, I'm like, oh, it wasn't me, it was the machine. That's technically true, but at the same time, I'm the guy that wrote the program that was supposed to make the shaft to spec, plus minus 1,000, right? 2501, 2499.
You only got 30 seconds left.
1950 not, right? And they'll blame an algorithm, and it's like, people aren't that stupid. They give people no credit. And it's a deal where, which they want to just basically say, well, it's an algorithm, it's learning, it's going to be a process, stick with us. I can already tell, based on the, like I said, performance the past couple of days, this is not a series that was dying, it was slowly growing, right? Maybe once in a while a video gets buried or something, that was a really good KDR for us. Tad count. I will take that. But, it's a situation where I can already see the numbers, and this will be what they will consider collateral damage, right? I had other channels just prior to the Logan Paul incident in Japan. They actually had far, far, far fewer subscribers and less views than I got here, but they generated significantly more revenue, which isn't hard to do in 2018 on YouTube. But everything was crystal clear there, met all the criteria, never any offensive stuff, never any copyright violations, nothing. And because of Logan Paul, I was demonetized. They just took away the ability to have ads because it didn't meet the subscriber count and it didn't meet the watch time count. And this, keep in mind, is a channel that outperforms and was made before One of Wisdom in 2011. So 7+ years, I think that one was 2010 is when I created, so we're talking 8+ years. And the fact that you weren't grandfathered in didn't sit well with a lot of people, right? It's like, okay, I understand you got to make this new criteria, but a normal person, a practical person, grandfathers people in. They viewed people like my second channel, that I won't name, as sort of just collateral damage. Well, screw them. They're not big. They don't matter. Susan's real big on pushing, well, look at all these people making a living with $100,000 plus of income, right? That's a very small proportion, and it's changed radically. It's shifted away from like gaming and comedy, which you would have had in, say, 2011, 2012, 2013. The people that are at the top now in 2014, totally different. She does not value the gaming side of the company, despite how much it meant. You kind of pick up on that when they didn't buy Twitch, if you will. Their biggest competition and something they'd integrated with already. And then YouTube gaming, if anyone's ever used that, it is terrible. And that's because they don't really put the value in that. And the people that care about it and know about it, that fought for it, they either get canned or they just know that if they speak out, they will be terminated, because he has a history of doing that as well. But ultimately, what happened with the Logan Paul deal, they don't punish him. They come in, and who it really winds up hurting is people like me with my second channel. People that get kicked to the curb, essentially, right? This is a game. Call of Duty is a game. Halo is a game, right? You've got all these games based off of shooting people, alright? It's comical, it's mischievous, it's fun. There's nothing about this that's controversial in the very least. But for people with that mindset like they have in YouTube land, this is probably going to get flagged. And is it inadvertent? I don't really think so, but it's going to be something that catches their eyes, catches their attention, something they want to focus on, because it's part of their underlying agenda. I don't like talking about this stuff, but I'm not stupid either. I know how the world works. Things like this, gaming, again, she doesn't value gaming. It's not what her entertainment is. She probably enjoys Broadway plays. She probably doesn't listen to grunge music, right? So she's sort of in her own world, and she applies everything from that to YouTube, which would be a neutral platform that's got a wide scope of people that are able to account for all the different niches and uses of the platform. This being a big one, and it's going to be one of those deals where it's going to just get slapped down. If they were cracking down on street racing videos, let's say Jake Paul goes street racing, right? They're going to come in and they're going to crack down on street racing videos. And that's fine, if it's, two people, rolling down the highway at excessive high rates of speed, and they don't want to be liable, they don't want to be associated with it, whatever. But because of that, there will be people who are modifying their cars for racing, say, on a sanctioned strip. People that do road racing, people that do SCCA stuff, just performance modifications in general. They are going to be inadvertently or advertently, depending on how you view their scope of knowledge, they're going to suffer the consequences. And it's in parts kind of what I think we're going to see here with their whole YouTube gun thing. And eventually, it's going to span out, and they're going to overarch, and, some people say that, video games with violence in them are terrible, so instead of just coming out and doing bad PR and saying we're eliminating that, they'll just, under the table, shuffle some numbers around, right? Not push videos, not send them out to subscribers. I've tested this stuff with different channels. I know exactly what they're really doing. I'm one of the few people that will actually go in and say, hey, this is what I think's happening. Now I'm going to see if it's right. And I've got a very good read on them. And that's one of the reasons why we stream this on Twitch and then export it over to YouTube. But I've already seen it in the views. And like I said, it's when you have a set deal like this, you kind of know what views you're going to get, and it's easy to see when things change, and it coincides with the vague time frame they gave of late April. So I'm afraid what it's going to do is basically, or someone might have just been browsing YouTube, we'll say, they're like looking for a new game, they're like, hey, what could I find? It's going to bury these types of videos from this game. It's going to probably do the same for some other indie shooters, and they're your Call of Duties, your Halos, your AAA first-party games, I feel like they're going to have the inside track because they have people that specifically work in this sector. They've got strong ties to the multi-channel networks. And it's the little guy, once again, is always the one that suffers the most. And I'm pretty sure I'm already seeing that happen. And it's not a bad deal for me. It sucks. This is a way people could find my channel and be like, oh, hey, he does other things too. He's pretty funny. I think I'll subscribe. It's going to prevent that, but it's also going to stop people from finding games. Just like this, I mentioned last night's Shotgun Legends. It's sort of like a dude's spin-off of the Legend of Zelda games, right? From the NES, SNES era. Just because of the title, it's going to have trouble, right? Can't really, I'm trying to think of something. There's like Sky Noon, right? It's a shooter that's coming out. It's using guns, but because that's not in the title, it's not like Guns at Noon or something, it'll probably survive a little better. It won't get skewed. They'll probably eventually flag it and tag it and make it a hassle more than it should be. But if your game had that in the title, it's gonna trigger things. It's just like the way you can have two videos, exact same game, tweak the descriptions or the keywords. One's flagged, one isn't. So I was getting this back when they first reacted with flags and inverted flags. They finally overturned my episode 22 honk honk. I have no idea what was so terribly offensive. That's where we got the honk honk achievement by honking the horn on the tractor. And that was in December of 2017, and they just now overturned that. So what I'm afraid of is that, and again, it's going to be a deal they don't really understand guns, just like they wouldn't understand cars, and I don't believe they would have very many people that would be well versed to speak on either term. But it's ultimately, that's the thing where all these little niches, some people think gaming is stupid, some people love it. Some people think modifying your cars or racing a car or driving is stupid and you just need to go from A to B on public transportation. Those same people are probably on Pinterest wanting to craft stuff out of a crappy palette, right, and make a headboard out of it or something. They don't understand that there's different strokes for different folks, and they try to narrowly shape things through their own views. And in the case of Susan, we don't have anyone there with the balls or the backbone to counter the woman. And if they are, they've been fired, and people know if they do the same thing, they will be let go. There really, really needs to be a competitor to YouTube on a broad scope. Not Twitch, that's streaming. I know they've added the uploads, but let's be honest, who really watches uploads on Twitch, right? People watch past streams, if you will. I feel like it can be done, but it is what it is, and I can tell already, just in the views since, like I said, like this past week or so, which has been heavy shotgun farmer stuff because I haven't had time to play other games. So like my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I've sort of implanted some highlights and stuff like that. I've seen it before. I'm sure I'll see it again, and like I said, it really sucks. So my fear is, like I said, I'm not concerned about me. I don't do this for money. I do it for fun because I enjoy it. But I don't want to see a game get crippled by constructed algorithms because of the title, right? That's kind of what I'm afraid of. And ultimately, when people haven't played a game before and they stumble upon it, or they're like, hey, I saw a little bit of this, they investigate it, right? Or at least this is what I do. And it's like, do I want to buy that? Would I like it? So on and so forth. And it's going to be very, very sad for, like, Veggie Killer. I played that not long ago. Because it's not called Veggies in the Park. Right? That wouldn't be an issue. But since it's Veggie Killer, it's going to be something that's going to get suppressed, if you will. Suppressed, I don't really like that term. It's something DeFranco used. But that's something that's been going on for a very, very long time. You can come in a lot of my playlists. If you ever click on a playlist, you should have that next video like queue up instantly or be the next on your agenda. That's not the case. I'm talking like my SSA stuff's giants. We've got 200, 300,000 views on the videos, right? The next video will be from an MCN partner channel that they come in and put all the money behind, and they pay for the cross promotion. And if you ever can talk to someone that used to work at one of these places, maybe a big one like Machinima or something, they're still somewhat cryptic. I don't know if they've like had to swear some oath or they think they'll get tracked down. But you can come in and you can figure it out. There's many people that will tell you the stories that you suspect but you don't know are real, and that's what I'm afraid of. So, like I said, I don't make jack off of this. So I do it for fun, but on the YouTube side, it's increasingly hard to have fun because of all their BS on the back end. And it's progressively gotten worse, and I can pinpoint the time. It was 2014 when Susie came along, and not a fan. I don't really like doing anything that supports that platform. So that's that, kind of in a long nutshell, a tall nut, like from Plants vs. Zombies, basically. Let's see, some time ago, it is a giant headache, it's absolutely ridiculous. YouTube removed videos and demonetized videos that were negative reviews on movies when the movie... Yeah, I have experienced that as well. They do the same thing with games. And that's what money will do. And it's the... people always say, well, money's the root of all evil. It's not. They have misread that verse. The love of money is the root of all evil, right? Money is kind of a necessary evil. Sort of have to have it to put food on the table, shelter, roof over your head. But the love of money is what kills things. So that's what money does. It buys, it corrupts. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And there's really no check on Susan. She's getting to just push her far, far, far to one side agenda and views. Case in point, YouTube should be a neutral platform. You might have Hillary and Donald come on, like your top two candidates, your primary candidates, all of them. And it's very easy to see what they're doing. And people, regardless of their political views, they might support that side of it, but what they need to think about is the far-reaching repercussions of that, right? And that can come into something you enjoy on something as seemingly trivial as what games you like. So, I don't really like talking about that anymore, but there's very few people I feel like understand it. They'll just come in and like whine about, don't have subscribers, don't have money, donate to Patreon, blah blah blah. No, I don't do that, but it does tick me off because when you invest the time and the effort in this, which is really all you have to do is time and effort. YouTube is the one thing where that doesn't translate into positive results. I haven't played wall ball, racquetball. I've never played a racquetball. I could go tomorrow and practice for an hour, and in a month after practicing every day for an hour, I'd be okay at wall ball. And in 6 months' time, when I've practiced and played competitively or whatever, I'd be pretty dang good at it. And with YouTube, if you shake the wrong tree, ruffle the wrong feathers, don't do the status quo, if you will, you're going to get screwed. And it's even harder now to establish like a niche audience or something. And that's by design. It's not... it didn't used to be like this, and luckily I was there for quite some time, and I kind of have experienced, about a decade or so of YouTube. And it was 2014, February, to be exact, that it started to all change drastically. So, that said, I hate having to go into that, but it is important. So, 5, 10, 34, 38. Let's check this out. I'm telling you, that guy will never play ever again. We're back up to 568 after all the roadside deaths, which is cool. Most important one, though, right there. Top level. Oh, up to 93. Wait, you're probably higher than that now, right? Nonetheless, that would be cool if we could move on up there. But you did miss Rindo last night, so I thought he was gonna follow me to roadside. I was gonna show him the car stuff, and I guess he didn't, but I talked to him on Twitter after. He said he'd try it out. So, oh, 93, very cool. So, that is something you need to find out though. Like if you say wanted to switch, just I don't know, say you're gonna have a team come in and everyone had to be the silver Bok or the trucker hat or something. Like you're gonna do cops and robbers or cowboys and Indians or something. Which I'm still waiting for that to happen. I think as soon as it did, it would translate into something that would get more notoriety and views. Like if everybody came in. Why do I always do that? And all the blue team was cops, right? And all the red team was robbers. You know what? There should really be a bandana. I thought there was one. Huh. Well, I don't know. I mean, you could even have like, you know, these are the bankers, and if you had the bandana, what would be the closest thing? Probably just the cowboy hat, I guess. Yeah. So, you know, cops and robbers, that type of stuff. So, it would work pretty good. I guess the spectacles kind of crossover. You had like bankers, you know, right, or businessmen. You could do, you know, Team Bok versus Team Cow, whatever. There's all kinds of different. You just do snowmen and bombkins, you know. But yeah, that would be something good to know. Like, if you do switch away from your custom hat, just for that purpose, you know, like to be the cop for a little bit, will it change? I don't know. That's I thought there was a bandana for some reason. It'd be a really good. I mean, it technically wouldn't be a hat. It would be sort of more akin to this, you know, just wrapped around, you know, give you the classic. It would actually pair really well. Maybe like change the cowboy hat to black and then put like a red or a blue bandana. Or if the bandana could color coordinate with the team you select, that would be the way to do it. That would be pretty sweet. So come in and like make this grayscale or black. Which I guess black might look bad in the game. No? Maybe gray. You know, just kind of have it halfway between. And then have the bandanas adjust color. Type of a deal. Sassy asks, Quasi won't do Indian hats. Bowser's chicken helmet, gold or silver. What is a balaclava? Is that Russian thing? I swear I've watched a stream. Somebody threw that word out there. I think I had the same react. Pots versus pans? I mean, that's a, you know, kitchen showdown. I don't know who would go against the witch, really. That's, outlaws, you know, you could have the sheriff versus the, you know, bandits. Bandits, outlaw, something. There could be the bandits or the outlaw set up. I think would work good. Robber bandana that goes down your face. Like a ski mask? Is that what you're talking about? You gotta realize I'm from Texas, so like what I'm talking about when I say bandana, which I guess gangs use them or whatever, but the original purpose and why people always had them in westerns and stuff, you'd wet them down and you'd put it over your nose and it would keep the dust, like you wouldn't breathe dust. And so the bandana, it would like wrap around the lower part of your nose right there, and then it kind of comes down like a triangular shape. So yeah, I do not mean a ski mask. I think someone did have him working on it. I think he might have actually done that, but it probably didn't make the cut back when he was like doing the Christmas hats. But yeah, I'm talking like a straight up Old West bandana. So that's what I mean. Yeah, it could be. I feel like it would have to be tied in with a hat though. So picture this with like a blue bandana. So the eyes, upper nose, all that's still visible skin tone. But right here, you'd have the bandana. And it could have a little print. It could even be like Bok, you know. They're typically like little scroll type of things and designs. I don't exactly know what they're called. But I think that would work good. And then you could do cops and robbers. Sheriff versus bandit, outlaw, gunslinger, I don't know. Something like that. But Yeah, I know it would have to cover the mustache a little bit, but I mean it's a trade-off. You know, I would rock it for a little while. You could still have some of the facial hair visible, or just have it poofier on the bandana. I don't know. That's I think it'd be cool. I think at one point he said he didn't want to do anything that like fully covered the head though, and that would kind of be a combination. There are head replacements, but you know. Anyway, I'm tired. We got this taken care of. Got our daily challenge complete, and we found a container garden. So that was an achievement for the day. But big thanks to Sassy for tuning in. Everyone else that watched, I will catch you back here tomorrow night for the next thrilling installment of Shotgun Farmers. We go live pretty much sometime around midnight, give or take a few minutes. And that's it. If you want to see the bandana, well, let me know. I think it'd be pretty cool. Have the bandits or the outlaw set up. It would be the hat coupled with the bandana. I think it would be the best way to do it. That way you don't have to pick and choose one or the other. But nonetheless, had a good time. Hope you did too. And I will catch you back here tomorrow night for the next thrilling installment of Shotgun Farmers. Adios.